Guys, welcome back. First of all, I'd like to wish you all a fantastic New Year's. Hope you guys had a great time partying and enjoying yourselves. So I want to start off the New Year's with a small video of my TM SOPMOD Mark 18 build. Now, before I knew that TM was going to bring out their own Mark 18, I decided to build an AEG out of my only AEG that I have, which is my TM SOPMOD. My relationship with TM is very one way, as in they were the first ever company for me to buy an electric gun as a decent manufacturer. I consider TM one of the more decent ones compared to all the other brands out there. I could be wrong, everyone's got their own opinions, but to me I believe TM is one of the higher ones and the better branding ones. So I bought this SOPMOD back in 2009 from a Chinese company, and it was one of the first ever generations of the gun that came out. I was probably one of the first, the few people who ever had it. And when it came out, it revolutionized the industry. They were the first ever gun to have a blowback. It wasn't a gas gun, it was an electric gun, so it had a blowback. With mild blowback, nothing compared to a gas gun, but it was fantastic. It was different. People loved it. It also had a bolt lock system, which stopped the bolt from firing, stopped the gun pretty much from firing the moment the magazine run dry, and that only worked on the mid-cap magazines, not the high caps. So people were loving it. So I bought this gun with the whole intention of changing my gameplay. Before that, I used to run lots of high caps and everything, and I didn't want to be that high cap noob type of person anymore. I want to change my gameplay. I want to have a little bit more realistic theme to how I play. So I decided to go for the TM SOPMOD. It was a pricey gun. I paid just around what you're paying now for a electric recoil gun, around 500 with some extra mags and batteries. But when I got the gun, I loved it. The build of the gun was fantastic. It looked like a typical M4. The only difference was it came out with a different type of battery system, and the stock was a BCM style stock, which I actually find more comfortable, to be honest. But the gun is amazing. I mean, it's got all the TM logos and all the TM things you can expect from it, proper cult branding on it, and the hop up and all that was just fantastic. Now, after 10 years of having this gun, I wanted to go for something different, as I'm now going towards different types of loadouts. I wanted to build my AEG for something that will suit my loadouts. I have a Mark 18 gas blowback, which is fine, but you can't use gas guns in the extreme cold. And we do get some cold weathers in the UK, so it's pointless for me even attempting to bring that gun out into the field. So I started with working on my TM. So this is what my gun is. Now, as you can see, from the back, it's pretty straightforward. This was the original stock that came with it, with the original two-prong batteries that goes into the back, which slips into here with a pop of this, like that. Everything from here is pretty much bog standard. The only thing I changed was the hop up, because after 10 years the hop's not gonna last, so I put a Prometheus hop up and nub system on it, and then I changed the inner barrel for a Prometheus type ball, which is a 6.01. Now, coming to the rail system, I was gonna go for the Mad Bull Daniel Defense style ones, but my friend Adam, which is part of our team, he told me to not go for them if I'm going in the FDE. The main reason was because they don't actually do the right color for this gun. They kind of, the right color on the rail, they kind of go for a different type of color. So he said if you want to go for it, just go for the Nuprol one. So I actually went towards the Nuprol, and I found that their colors resemble a little bit more towards the true to the real Daniel Defense rail systems. So I bought that for around £90. They were a little bit of a hard find, but I did. And then when I was looking around, I needed to find an inner barrel system. Now for mine, my inner barrel is not a metal one, it is a plastic one. To be honest, it doesn't make a difference in my eyes, because at the end of the day, it's not a real gun, it's a toy. Plastic one would probably make it a little bit more lighter, to be honest, which I'll even be more happy about. And it actually does. So I got a plastic one, that was even a hard find as well. Then I found with the plastic one, there is just You can see in the camera. Little bit of wobble here. So what I decided to do is I put in a gas block. I went and bought a KWA gas block for £20, which is ridiculously expensive, I think. And then that took away the wobble. Now this little bit of wobble is nothing I can do anymore besides that. Maybe if I put a little bit of spaces or put a screw under here, but for that is what I'm happy with, because at the end of the day, originally this used to just wobble and is free floating, and I was worried that it might actually break, so I didn't want that to break. So now with this gas block, the wobble is very minimal, which I'm comfortable about. And that's pretty much my build. I mean, I like it. It works for me. It's amazing. I mean, I'll give you a little quick rundown on my optics and all my stuff on here. So this is a genuine EOTech. Like I said before, I only run genuine optics because I don't like the clones. I've always run real EOTechs. It's a genuine Surefire light with the IR head. It's the M952 with a, let's switch around, with a pressure plate here, or pressure switch, and my invisible light PEC 15. And this is just a Nuprol, I believe it's a Nuprol BOCCA suppressor, I could be wrong, and a normal handguard, which I'll probably be changing sooner or later. But that's my build. I mean, it works for me. I mean, everyone's going to do theirs differently, but for me it works. It looks right. I like it. Maybe down the line I'm going to be adding everything, some other extra stuff to it, but as in right now, the gun just works. I hope you like this video, guys. If you want any questions, or if you've got any questions for us, just put them down in the box down below, down here. I'll put links to as much of the stuff that I got through the box. I mean, you probably won't find the TM SOPMOD anymore because they've been discontinued for a long time. You might find one lying around secondhand, but ever since now, TM are bringing out their new Delta versions. If you want a Mark 18, just might as well buy a Mark 18 one that's going to come out next year or so. We got an Instagram page, Black Emerald Tactical. I got my own Instagram page, which is callsign E04. We got our YouTube channel, check that out.
Engaging enemies in close proximity to civilian dwellings at this time.